Right, how do I do a video?
So
Guys,
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm running green. All right, cool.
I'm probably gonna have to like mute myself because I think my son messed up my headphones. So I have to order new headphones.
You just mute your if you mute your overlay, there's an audio input in thing. So, or you can just press mute, but then I'll tell you if anything's weird.
That works. That does work.
We got to get some more recruits in soon. Otherwise, we're not gonna have enough content this year.
Alright, cool. Let's beat it now. Perfect.
Like I said, I can only go live for a little bit. I got
Mine good. Alright. So, what's up, guys? It's your boy Eddie Hilaire and the man, the myth, the legend himself, Robbie Rietze, coming from his fresh top 4 with Soul Striker Goku.
Top 8. I got crushed.
But we were playing Soul Striker, blue yellow at that. I thought that deck was just not a thing. I sat next to Robbie first round. I looked at his leader. I'm like, this guy snapped. I could have swore you were on Icarus.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be on Icarus. I just hate the man. It's just not fun to play. Like, I feel like I just sit there and I don't do anything. I like to be aggressive when I play. Like, I like to really. I want to fight. I want a deck that punches and punches. And Soul Striker is currently the only deck that I can do where you just keep, value play after value play. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, boom. Sorry for the printer. Printing some labels for my whatnot tonight. But yeah, no, I just really love it. The especially like your turn 3. Like your turn 3 is so wild. You get to be like, play a unison. If you're not playing against yellow, because it's annoying because they just POS you, and it's like, oh, well, that was no value. But you can be like, play a unison, attack with your leader, untap the 2, and then just a crap ton of stuff on your turn 3. You can knock somebody down from 8 to 0. And that's my favorite.
You played the dual attack unison, the 20k?
Yeah. 4 of that, 2 of the baby, and then 1 Majin Buu. And that Majin Buu put in work. I could see switching it up and just like having maybe just 4 Gogeta, 2 Majin Buu, and then like some random like blocker unison. Just like that. Like
Radix or something.
Yeah, because I did miss having a blocker unison. It was relevant. And like I said, it was really fun. Like, I enjoy playing it. Like I said, Rios beat the crap out of me in top 8. Like, I beat him. Game 1, I thought I could beat him with doing some different, like, weird strategies, and I almost got him. Like, it was close. I think he beat me by, like, a 5K. It wasn't a lot. And then game 2, I purposely went to 1 life, just like every attack go through. I was like, sure, go to 1. No. Well, yes. I
had baby hatch in hand. You're brave.
So I went to 1 with baby hatch in hand. Mm-hmm. So then when he did leader swing, which is what I wanted, he had exactly 3 energy open, and I had 5 energy open. So I went baby hatch. He goes and plays. Then he coolers it.
Then you baby.
I use my baby.
Yeah, your baby.
Stop it. And then I still couldn't kill him. Like, that wasn't enough to kill him. It just let me stabilize the next turn. But then I went for game. And somehow he got 1 energy open, so maybe he wasn't tapped. Yeah, he wasn't tapped out. That's what it was. So he still had 1 energy open, but now we have Baby Hatch in place, so he can't attack. I purposely attack with Hatchiyak, Champa it, so it's at 2, do all that stuff, and he goes, he taps he beans, and I kept 5 up and like discarded all my 5Ks and was like, there you go, that's all I got. And he's like, sure, and he arrivals in Kefla, and I'm like, 5 energy, Trunks. And so I stole the win from that one. And then game 3, I tried to do something similar, and it almost worked, but he was able to kill me with a Zamasu. So he made a Zamasu. I could only go to 1. So apparently, which I didn't know, he didn't have the Champa. So I played. I mean, you can't. I mean, it's Icarus, right? Like, he's got 20 cards left in his deck. So had I played a little bit differently, I could have been more conservative and probably went another turn. But I assumed he had he was pushing like at 30K every turn. So I assumed he had it. I was just trying to get me to exactly there and just go all in. But no, I could have just taken the attack and then just gotten out of the next and taken my time. But what sucked was I had another Kefla. I could have arrival to get rid of that card, but Zamasu I can't get rid of because he's indestructible.
Yeah, he's indestructible. That's wild. That's
so I was like,
downfall.
Yeah, so he got it, and then he got second place overall. So he did great. So I mean, it's what you expect from Rios. But it was fun. And then teams we crushed. Me and Juan actually, we got 2 buys, so that wasn't really fair. But it was from us still in the event. But that's the benefit of being in the event. So.
But then you guys told everyone because Don Carlos coming. That's hilarious.
Yeah, we were just like, all right, fine. John's going to show up eventually.
Yeah.
And then round 3, me and Juan played just us. So him and me were A and C, and we had to beat. So you effectively gave your we were like, hey, you won B, and they misunderstood, and they were like, oh, we win. I was like, no,
you won.
We're still gonna win. Yeah, we're gonna win. All right, we're very cocky. We're gonna beat you. It's me and Juan. We're going all out here. We're gonna try our best, but A's gonna win, C's gonna win. We're still gonna advance.
Yeah.
And then we played the Hill Twins, but at that point, we didn't have our third, and they didn't have Rios. So all that mattered was whoever won player A. And we tried to tell them that ahead of time, but I forgot which Hill brother I was playing, but whichever one I was, he was really intense in the match, and you can tell he was really thinking about it. And I'm like, oh, he really doesn't get that it doesn't matter what happens to our game because it's a draw.
Whoever wins between A, yeah.
Because it would just be A, and then he beat the crap out of me with Brawley. I just didn't get Hatchiak enough to slow it down.
Yellow
the discard
Brawley?
deck that. No, the Brawley deck that the guy won the Asian Nationals with.
The green, starter deck, Brawley.
Yeah, he played that one. It's a good best of 1 deck. I don't know if I like it for best of 3, but your preference. But he played to beat me very easily, and then I was like, cool, all right. No stress here. We're just playing a casual game.
Yeah.
And then he's and then Juan won his, so we advanced to the finals. And then Legends was, we just split prizes at that point because I think the winner got 5 boxes and loser got 3.
Yeah.
So just split the difference. And we'll take 4 boxes. But it was fun. It was a good time. I liked it a lot. It was actually good just to play cards and I forgot how much fun it was. I've been selling so much on Whatnot and doing all these streams that I'm excited for Fest. I wasn't going to go. I assumed there's going to be an online event, so I was just going to do that because it's so much cheaper. But now I'm like, maybe I'll go to Fest.
Fest is going to be lit, yeah. I was excited to play. You guys, I'll talk at the end because I know Robbie's going to leave here in a little bit. But while I do have Robbie, we can spend the next, 5 or so minutes talking about the new best of 1. I'll start off by saying everyone here should be practicing this at your locals. Practice best of 1 pre-sideboard. Don't just wait till Fest. Just tell your local players to do it. It's no big difference. It's not like saying, okay, cool. Hey, the ban list is out tomorrow. Let's play the ban list. No, because the next set is not out yet. But it's a simple change to just play best of 1 right now with your pre-sideboard and get the hang of it. So what are your thoughts on it, on the new rules of best of 1?
I didn't know there was new rules. I'm looking right now to see what the hell you're talking about.
All it is, it's best of 1, but you put your leader out, right? And then both players get 1 minute to sideboard.
What?
Yeah.
So wait. The Fest is best of 1. It's not best of 3.
No, it's best of 1. And then top cut determining on us will probably be best of 3 because we're top cut, but Swiss will be best of 1. So if you slap down Soul Striker and I slap down Jiren, we both get a minute to sideboard and then just go at it.
No. I'll be in the winner's bracket, man. You're playing Jiren. No, don't have to worry about that. No, I get you. No, that's awesome, dude. Dude, I'm so excited for that because, as you know, that's the other thing I have to decide is tomorrow we find out when Flesh and Blood's Pro Tour is. Mm-hmm. So obviously, if it's that same weekend, I got to keep hoping I get my Pro Tour invite because $50K is a lot of money.
That is,
and I want to go for that big prize.
Or product.
What?
That's cash?
No, that's cash. Yeah, Jeez. Flesh and Blood is cash. Yeah, so I'm going to go to that over Fest. No offense to Dragon Ball. But we'll see. But I really like that about Flesh and Blood because Flesh and Blood is always best of 1. They don't do best of 3. They just have more. Is it
pre-sideboard like this though, or is it just straight hardcore?
Yes, same thing. Oh, you pre-sideboard, but it's even cooler because in that game, not only do you have a leader, you got your Frieza. Can't see it with the glare. You got your Frieza leader, but then you also get equipment. Well, the equipment can be part of your sideboard. You have a certain amount of spots allocated to it. So if you have certain equipment, like I ran Arcane, which was a cool mechanic, but it was very easy to deal with if you brought in Arcane equipment. So you could side in equipment specifically for that if your hero allowed you to, basically. So there was like little things you could do. And honestly, it made the game more skillful before you even started. Because a lot of times you're like, oh, I'm playing against...
I was going to be there, essentially.
Yeah, remember Reboot Gohan? There was not like a lot of skill in that. Like if you didn't have a negate in your opening 6, you just lost, right? Yeah, like and a lot of times people are like, well, good game. I don't have a negate. You win. So now if you knew it was going to be Reboot Gohan, in my opinion, Reboot Gohan wouldn't actually be that good of a deck in Best of 1 because everyone's going to have like...
If you slap down Soul Surge, now I have a 10 board like a 10 card sideboard for you. I just put them in.
I'm not worried about Cell Surge at all. If I can do best of 1, have a built-in Deborah, hey, someone's gonna ignore it and be like, I'm not gonna have a sideboard.
They'll 100% still play. They'll still play. Now you got 10 cards in it that's coming in at the same damn time, which is freaking hilarious. But yeah,
man, I didn't even see that the art on this is actually. I'm not gonna lie, these fest little thing actually looks fun. I'm actually gonna pick these up.
Or is it the winner stamp and the top cut stamp is the same thing? It doesn't say winner on the Kai. Was that a typo on there?
Let's see what it says. I'm assuming that's a typo because
it should say winner. It'll say winner on it or. Probably something else.
Yeah. I'm guessing they only made the fest, and then I'm guessing like right in her cleavage is going to say winner or something.
Yeah, that makes
They'll make give us some fan service. Maybe it's her in a bikini. I don't know.
Yeah, people love that card. But
I mean, that's just it. Yeah, she's pretty popular. I just like that. I just saw that there's a Unison pack, and we can get a Scion reprint.
Yeah.
So that's amazing because my next leader, I'll be debuting
in there. Scions, the Toa. Unison from Black Sin. That is another deck that I think the ban list just needs to help out by taking away Annihilator. I think if you take away Annihilator, that deck can actually take off. But with Annihilating in the format, you just want that one card to beat you. It's like, well, damn, you have to run a bad card. And if you see opening hand, you can't even put it back in your deck because if you flip it, it's like, well, damn, I guess there goes my draw for the turns. It's neg.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of cards. Like, it's hard because I'm a little bit like I've been playing so much that it's different, right? Like I haven't played since Nationals, but going up to Nationals, I played a whole year with these cards. You know, I would like a break. I got my camera on just in case you're okay. Good, you're dressed.
Very cool.
You're very cool. Okay, good. Oh, that would have been awkward. She helps me out while we stream and whatnot, so she's my helper for the whole thing. Like I kind of want to see a bunch of hits on stuff because it's like. You know, I don't want them to hit Mecha Riposte or stuff like that, but, you know, Rebrand, it's time for a hit. You know, Green Leader only. Cell Surge, maybe time to slow it down. You know, Cat Blow. I saw people were still playing that damn card at the, top 8. Yeah. I think it got top 4 even. You know, I would just like to see maybe at a certain point they just keep – if they're not going to do rotation, just ban stuff. Like, I'm fine with it because, like, here we have Bunny Girl. They're reprinting Bunny Girl. People are buying out Bunny Girls because it's such a cool card. It's like $30 right now. And I wanted a playset for my upcoming Yamcha list. Spoilers. It's one I think about playing. But I don't want to pay $30 for a Bulma SR because she's got a bunny outfit and little hearts around her. Like, I get it, guys. She's cute, but she's not $30. But no, I just really like to see a big hit like POS. Come on, please, Bandai.
I think that's the only thing that's. I think Yellow. Just Charles made it overpowered. I don't think Charles is ban worthy. I think it just should be Power of the Super Saiyan and Repulsion to get errated. You should not be able to pay 1 energy to do all that. So, like, it should either be the same thing as like Topo, the Boo, you discard one,
or something card, like something.
Because like the fact that you just pay 1 energy, that's because think about it. It's a 1-for-1. If I Super Kamehameha and you replay, it's like, well, I don't care. I still negated the attack. I'll do it again next turn. But if you discard one and I Super Kamehameha, you're like, you start to think about it. It's like, well, damn, I negate the attack. I'm starting to lose cards from hands because you lose 0. No advantage. It's literally a 1-for-1 loss.
See, and I agree with you. I would like to see little changes that I think they could do easily that is not as aggressive as what you're saying. Add limit 1. Mecha
limit 1, That is correct.
That's
That's
bullcrap
good.
when they play two.
That's the easy fix.
That's one of the reasons I lost to Rios. Was I was like, I got you this turn.
Yeah.
I Haru'd into Kai's and Haru, and that's when I thought I was gonna go for the win. And he's like, Mecha. I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. I got 12 people I can tap. And he's like, Mecha. Well, now two, you're just like, well, it's what, 2 energy for 2 crazy effects? Mm-hmm. The same thing with Turles. Like, activate main. One of the things that sucks about this is, sure, as a blue player, you trunks it back to their hand. Super neg for yellow because you use 2 energy. But then add, like Piccolo, the reason that they hit him was he was too powerful. But he also had the text where if you activate his main, make it limit 1, because that's what Piccolo is. He has it built into his text. Now he is limit 1. But, you can't play 2. I'd rather see that. But going on that note, I'd also like to see Brawly 6-drop have a limit 1, because that's terrible when they play 2 in one turn.
Which Brawly 6-drop? The new one?
No, the BR, when they would sacrifice it to any mechanic and then play another one, swap into it.
The green one, yeah.
No, the red one that would warp 3. That's I think
red. I think
I think red Brawly's. Yeah, I think if you hurt yellow, one of the things you forget about is yellow's too good for yellow Brawly right now, right? I mean, for red Brawly, you can't be aggressive when they have mecha, POS, all this crap. You weaken yellow, now red Brawly's power level comes back, right? We can play it again. And I think you have to preemptively say, hey, we're making this vacuum of power ahead of time where red Brawly can just dominate the format is what I feel like. I could be wrong. There's not deflect on the cards. So blue, isn't, is pretty good. But I really think just be preemptive. Be like, hey, Turles, limit 1. Mecha Riposte, limit 1. SS
I like
Brawly,
that. I like that
on
the Riposte. I'm not going to lie. But that's still kind of free. I'm not going to lie. Because you paid a 1.
Oh, it's still way too
cost,
good. But I don't want to see.
Cost. That's my biggest issue with
don't ban
it. This
it.
costs 1 energy. I mean, to stop your turn.
Don't ban it because you take away all the value you gave in the game, exactly. And they just reprinted it. There's a silver reprint coming out for it. There's a nationals reprint.
Yeah, I don't think it should be limited or anything. But the errata to limit 1 or an errata to discard a card is 100% warranted. Because the fact, once again, if you're paying 1 energy to effectively stop your opponent's turn, because unless you're like me, I didn't care. That's one of the reasons why I played Jaren. I just use a TP that's like a monster reborn for 2. I just start resting my guys. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. I'm going to swing. I'm going to combo one and just keep bringing guys on and resting those. But unless you have shenanigans like that.
I think it's time also to get rid of Bergamo. That's a bigger thing. Is that sure you limited it to 1 because you're coming out with championship cards.
A lot of people don't even play they have it in their decks. When you watch your deck profile, it's like this card did nothing. And if you take out POS, do you think Bergamo still
because of mecha? I think the fact that they allow you to be mecha, because that's one of the things that Rios did on the turn that I did kill him was
Repulse did get into it. That is
he reposed. I tapped something. He tapped my energy. And I just don't like time locks. It's the same reason why I think Hatchiak's too good. I've said that from the beginning. Now I'm playing.
I've been crying for Hatchiak errata, dude. The fact that it's an instant just, hey, end your turn. She either costs a life. I can see the fact that it ends your turn. Blue does need that. But not for free, dude. You should be able to just go down to 1 and say, I got you now because your turn is just over.
Why not the same thing as Pan? You can't attack with battle cards. For the rest of the turn and negate the attack.
Errata, dude. That would be a hard.
Yeah, it needs it though because it's what about unisons? What
that changes the entire baby hatch thing. It's not even baby hatch anymore at that point.
Well, yeah, I mean, but hey, fine, ban the card and reprint it. But they can't, right? Because they barely can sell Vermilion Bloodline, so people are barely buying that product. It's $50 a box. I think that's the set.
The fact that it's free, that's the dumbest part. 100% should cost at least cost and energy. If you want to be free, cost 2. Make it a hefty cost and still be free to end your turn. You should have 2 up. I think that's fair. If you have 2 energy open or something, you can still do it. It shouldn't just be I'm tapped out. I'm just going to 1 and you 100%. Swing and so hey, baby hatch.
Or maybe you have to have all blue land or something
mono blue. It should be something. But I think
round 3 on
needs
stream,
that card, but it shouldn't be as free as it is.
Exactly. Round 3 on stream, Dylan kept cutting me into Hatchiak. Literally, he was like, game 1, cut. Top 6, Hatchiak. I'm like, keeping that. And then game 2, my first draw from an ape was I drew, and it's oh, Hatchiak. And I'm like, okay, this is great. Go to game 3 because I think he won 2. I can't remember what game he won. But then we go to game 3, cuts me. I look at my top 3, and I haven't even got to my other 3 yet. Hatchiak. And I'm like, all right, I have a good chance. And if you guys saw that stream, what made it even stupider was I had 3 cards in my hand, tapped out, and I could let him bait.
Exactly. That's the issue I have with it. You shouldn't be able to tap out fully and just look at your opponent and say, hey, you're not playing yellow? Yeah, this is going 300%. Like, no, that's just wild to me, dude.
And then once he wasted all of his cards getting me to 1, I was like, oh, no. Okay,
exactly.
Hatchiak.
Yeah.
And then
all that
just
turns to combo power at that point.
Yeah, and I already had a Kefla in hand, so literally my entire play, I think those were my only other 2 cards. Like, I think I had Kefla, and a Hatchiak. Like, I was just going to combo my board, whatever's in play, so I could rival in a Kefla, discard it, tap his energy, win the game. And that's the stupidness that happened, I think. I can't remember that. It might have just been the Hatchiak I killed him with. But then also, like, why is Hatchiak a 40K? Like, I get that he's an SER. I would have been fine with him being a 5K. Same thing with Pan. Why is Pan a 40K for free?
But Pan is it's more understandable than Hatchiak. Because Hatchiak literally stops your turn, and it's going to be the very first one that comes and slaps. Yes. That's insane.
I hate that Pan can be played for 0 and aggro, and I'm an aggro player. You'd think I'd love it, but I hate. Like, I'm going to be playing it, and I have to make a decision now because one of the decks I want to play is Vegeta. He probably will get eroded, so I won't like him as much. But if he is still good and he has that scry ability,
I don't think he'll get eroded.
I think they will because he's a +3 on his unawakened side, and that's a little bit too good.
But let blue have a leader. Like, look at the other cards in it. You literally have to put that deck together. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him have it.
Okay, I'll tell him when I'm done. Apparently, the wife has informed me it is time for me to head out.
All right, no problem. You're good. Thanks
enjoy yourself, man. Thanks for doing it.
Hold on, really quick. We have a question for you. It says, Robbie, what are your thoughts on Hermit? I don't know what that means.
Some guy on Hermit, I don't even know his name. He's just like, he apparently doesn't like me, so he banned me from the group when I played Markle. And
Hermit style.
Markle
I see what he's saying.
Yeah, and so and I asked to come back to the group, and he was like, "Nope, you're banned." And I was like, "Okay." Like, and then so people will frequently ask me about Hermit style, like, and whatnot. And I feel bad because I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, I liked Hermit style. I thought they were cool people. And then some guy doesn't like me, and I'm avoiding the drama. So I'm just honest with it. Like, if you're a bully on the internet and you want to be cool and try to ban people for no reason, like, that's fine. Go do your thing. But I can't support your streaming shit, you know?
Yeah.
And that's sad because you're missing out on people that could be sending you. But all right, I'm going to go sell some cards. If you guys want to break some cards, on 2/13, we are doing a Tournament of Power box break. Where you get high bidder gets a Yep, we got it right here.
TOP?
2/13 Tournament of Power freshly in, and so we're getting people set up
victory strike, boys and girls.
And then on top of that, high bidder automatically gets a Frieza 9 signature, and then we're gonna have some other stuff in the raffle. But it's fun. I like to do it. We do a lot more Pokemon because obviously Dragon Ball isn't very big lately.
Money game. Yep. Makes sense.
I mean, everyone's into Pokemon. Very few people are into Dragon Ball, so we cater to who wants the cards. But if you guys need anything, I'll let Legends hang out with you. He's here apparently. So bye, Michael. Peace.
All right, we got Pac-Man, Red Jiren though. Yeah, Pac-Man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish to this day I played at Nats. I think Red Jiren, you can literally farm Icarus, especially if you go first. I don't think there's any way Icarus could win. Like, the match, I'm trying to think. Every single time I played Icarus, I won the die roll. There's a lot of things I got to talk to you guys about tournament preparation. So, playing in tournaments, I mean, seasoned players can tell you this. Legends could probably tell you this. Juan could tell you this. A lot of people can tell you this. You have to come in with a proper mindset because I haven't played in such a long time. I've been judging and stuff, right? I've lost a lot of game ones. I think I probably only won one game one. Even my last round, the winning in versus King Piccolo, I lost. I'm like, damn. Now I got to win game 2 and quickly win game 3. And that's one of the reasons why I picked Jiren. Because if I lose, as long as I'm a competent player, I can look to see what you did and avoid that and speed rush my turn. Because my turn is simple. Take a life, look at the top 7, draw a card or search, play dual attack, swing leader, pass your turn. I can literally shift what you're trying to do. All I gotta do is just pay attention to what you're doing. So that's why I pick Red Jaren. It's a really, really solid deck as well. It gets around a lot of the popular color, which is yellow. Like Repose. I farm Repose, guys. Like they repost me. Okay, cool. You can swing with Zenith. The rest of the leader, that's Unawaken. I can swing with anything, combo off my 1-drops, Monster Reborn them, now tap those 1-drops. There's a lot you can do with that deck. I'll probably do another video, like showing probably gameplay or something. I'd like to see Bandai punishing cheating a bit harsher. That would be a good start. I haven't heard about cheating in a while. Yeah, I don't know. We have Vegeta is fine. Yeah, I don't think that new blue Vegeta needs to be errata or anything. I think that blue Vegeta should be fine. And you just have your cards and enjoy it, man. If it becomes a problem later on, go ahead and touch it. But don't. That's another reason why I don't think it's going to get touched. Leave it and let people buy the set. And when the set is like all phased out, you're on set 2021. Hey, this is still a problem. Okay, go ahead and touch it later.
Hey Eddie, just touching back on what you were saying when I came in.
What's up, Juan?
I was talking to some of the local guys here, and they were asking me, "Hey, what should I play for the event? I want to do well or whatnot." And I'm like, guys,
you talking about Fest or you talking about Tampa?
No, Tampa.
Okay.
Honestly, this applies for everything. Realistically,
yeah.
Like my number one advice: play for comfort. Don't play for, you know what I mean? Like, because you can pick up a deck. Yeah. You can pick up. Like right now, Icarus, Soul Striker, Gogeta Sano, those are like the top, right? But the thing is, like, if it's not your play style, if it's not your play style, you're not gonna do well. You're not used to, like, I was just talking to somebody like, a deck like Sin Shenron. It's not my style. I can't pick that deck up and like, oh my god, I'm saying that I'm gonna top or anything like that. Icarus, it just happens to be, I feel comfortable with it. It just happens to be, the best deck in the meta or whatever. But I feel comfortable with it. If you feel comfortable with, I don't know, King Piccolo. King Piccolo obviously did pretty well. Many events, including Nats. Top 8, was it? Top 8, top 16 or whatever it is.
It got to the last round. It was a winning in between me. It was either myself was going to advance or him. And thankfully, he starts at 6 because that man said time and round. I said, okay, let's do this. Hey, man, it wasn't fun.
Right. My thing is always play for comfort. Whatever you feel comfortable with, even if the deck, it's not necessarily top tier, you can still pull games, because at the end of the day, what makes a meta deck is probability or percentages. Name it. Let's use Icarus as an example. As an Icarus player, the tools that you have give you consistency, which raises the possibility or the percentage of you seeing things that you need in order to get out of situations. That's all it is at the end of the day, right? Although you may have with a different deck lower percentages, you can still make it. Again, name it Android 16, name it King Piccolo, as we've seen that, they just squeeze in top cuts or whatever. And it's not because they're bad decks or because, there's a great pilot behind it. Any deck can realistically win a game, especially if we're talking about best of one, right? Yeah. But I always say play for comfort. Whatever you feel comfortable with. If you have a bunch of reps with a meta deck, even better, because your probability and your percentages will go up.
Yeah.
If it's, something else, if you feel more comfortable with that rather than meta deck, chances are you're going to be, performing better with the deck that you feel more comfortable with.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. It's funny that he said that because I was talking to, I have a lot of the VSA guys in my locals. I have like 2 locals, 3 locals over here. And then I was talking about Icarus. I'm like, I'm just going to stop talking about it, because even though it may be the best, like the most popular choice, I've never played that deck. So if I were to pick that deck up, I'd probably get smashed. That's not saying the deck is bad. I don't play the deck. I know what to do against the deck, but to actually play it itself is completely different. So I 100% agree on what Juan is saying. What we have in here. We have still no negation. No. I have my deck profile on the channel. I do have negation in the deck. And know your matchups can still out again. 100%, that's correct. Because knowing your matchups can allow you to build a deck that just counteracts the meta. I.e., look what I did. Look what Legends did when he played Golden Frieza. This guy snapped. Now, Legends, I ain't gonna lie, I love you. But if you did play that against Jaren, it didn't bode well for you, my friend. Yeah, I'm telling you, Legends, I love you, man. But I'm telling you, Legends, you would have tapped 1 and then drew a card, untapped 1, left 1 open. I'm like, we got you. Wow. That's it. You can't even. I just realized you can't even leave a 1-drop on board. I'll just farm it. So you literally just have to. Yeah, you have to draw 1, untap 1, and that's it. because like any one drop you put on board, I'm literally just gonna farm it. Yeah, it would be a fun game, Legends. I promise you, we'd have laughed. We would have both laughed. Let me go like that, man. I was like, yes. Deep down inside, I was sad he didn't play Invoker. When I saw it wasn't Invoker, I said, thank God the 5-drop is alive, boys. The only thing I was thinking about, I'm like, man, if this guy has a freaking, what's his name, freezes the Emperor's Death Beam, I am God. Like, that is straight a one-shot. But I saw Golden Freeze, I'm like, I'm in this. Until round 1, when I saw Cooler, I'm like, oh, Lord, the Dragon Ball gods really do not love me. But, yeah, man. What I was talking about earlier, essentially what I wanted to talk about tonight, I wasn't going to stay on that long, was just, I was pretty much advising everyone that watches this to go back to their locals and then just implement instantly the best of 1 rules where it's pre-sideboard. Because it's not like, hey, let's say the ban is were to come out tomorrow, right? And then, hey, this is POS is limited to 1, X is gone and X is gone. It's not like, hey, let's go play the ban list because we don't have a new set. No, we as players implementing the rule instantly in our playtesting sessions, I think will help a lot of players when it comes to the specs and just this period in general. I don't see the feedback coming negative from Bandai. I don't think players will complain about it. I think it's an actual great idea. It may just be myself, but to be able to sit down and say, hey, for instance, you're playing Cell Surge and you had a 10-card sideboard in your deck and you just pre-board them in, it's pretty good. So I don't see players complaining at all. And I think that might be just held on to by Bandai and just follow through throughout the rest of the season. So let me hear you guys' thoughts on that.
I mean, I think it's a great idea because many of the tournaments that we faced, like especially lately, let's even pick Nats. I feel like the Nats, format was warped because of certain decks. Let me explain. Everybody was like ready to see, self-search. We have to put the Boros on the side and all this stuff. Me personally, I can tell you, not one self-search did I face. Every time I went to my side deck, I saw my 3 Daburos on the side. I'm like, all right, guys. I guess we're not using you guys today. But everybody had to be ready for it. You know what I mean? Because you never know what you're going to face. So in a best of 1 event, obviously best of 1, any deck can win. Anything could happen. It's just one game. It could be a matter of just, hey, you had bad luck. You drew nothing. You know what I mean? But being able to at least have something beforehand, and it worked both ways, obviously, because, again, let's use the same matchup. Let's say Icarus, Cell Search. So Icarus, you're going to side in the hand destruction stuff. Cell Search, now, if you don't main it already, you can side more Black Masayan and, all of that stuff that, you can counter Icarus one way or the other. So I think it's definitely a good thing. That's my opinion, though.
I think this is a great solution to the best of 1 setup. Especially because it's likely we're going to continue to have best of 1 events, especially on webcam during quarantine rules. And this is just a great way to allow control decks to play in best of 1. It's a cool way to let you avoid hand control, just auto losses versus hand control if you just bring the wrong deck in best 1. So I think this is just phenomenal. And if more locals can incorporate this earlier, especially I understand that some locals have their meeting days during the week and you can only have time for best of 1. So this is a great way to have your best of 1 day be a super competitive way to practice.
Yeah, 100% agreed. I literally text my playing group today. I'm like, guys, we got to do this. There's no downfall to it unless you just want to be that guy that just says, hey, I'm just gonna play, aka Cell Surge, because I know you guys don't have the boards in the main. My locals are savage. All the black players, the people who are playing I have Tommy's in there. A lot of people are playing very black leaders. They just mainboard the boards because these guys are savage. But I think this allows you to properly play test. Then just, hey, I know I'm going to locals. I know Eddie's going to be playing Jaren. I know Juan's going to be playing Icarus. I know Legends is going to be playing not Golden Frieza but Invoker. So just, hey, let me throw this in the main board. That's not proper playtesting because if you somehow you dodge these players, what did you just do? You just blew your deck for no reason. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's the right way Bandai should move and should keep it. I think players should be thankful, so it keeps going for it. That's my opinion on it. But other than that, I don't really like doing ban speculations besides Power to Super Saiyan because that card is snapped. That card is super snapped. I think
it has to be touched one way or the other.
Yeah.
It's just it's too broken. Whether 100%. whether now we can only speculate as far as like what exactly will happen to it, whether it's gone, whether it's limited to one.
Yeah, that's the only question.
Personally,
1 or 0.
Right. Me personally, I think they're gonna leave it at 1. If you ask me, I don't think they're just gonna erase it from the map from the game. But we don't know. We never know, right? Especially with all the other stuff that's coming out. It's just, but that card is just it's insane. It's definitely insane. Me as a yellow player, I can say it's insane. I think everybody is gonna agree. Another thing that I think has to go, for as much as I hate it, is Soul Striker. Honestly, the leader itself. And some people might disagree with me, but the problem is I just feel like as long as Soul Striker is the leader, why would you play anything else blue? Any other
question for you? If Soul Striker, let's say Soul Striker, I don't think. Well, I know Soul Striker will get hit because it's in a collector's thing, but maybe after that it would be fine. But on paper, which one looks better? The Vegeta as it is, where you just draw 3 a turn, or Soul Striker?
Well, the thing is Soul Striker is energy manipulation. Every time you can manipulate energy, that's pretty good. Like we build decks around energy manipulation. Name it, Dual Colors deck came because of energy manipulation when you think about it. So you start mixing certain things, and then you start adding blue because you wanted to use B. Like that's basically the whole basic behind it. So Soul Striker having the ability to do that, yeah, sure. Vegeta can scribe and do all of this other crazy stuff for free, basically. But when I can manipulate the energy, when I can do all of this other stuff, on top of all the other tools that we're going to get, name it, I think, what is it? It's Gogeta BR that at the end of the turn, you restand an energy or something like that. So it's basically you're going to have a Xeno button, realistically. Like by the end of your turn, you're going to have a Xeno button because you're going to be restanding everything. Blue Unison. That Gogeta, that's 2 energy right there. Soul Striker on top 2 if you were to do it like that. You know what I mean? It's too much. At that point, Soul Striker has to. That's my opinion, of course, but it's just I would much rather use the energy manipulation. And if it comes to draw cards or good stuff, Soul Striker already has that because you just main the apes, you draw 2. For example, I play Soul Striker on the event, right? I main 8 apes, 4 of the eliminators, 4 of the instances. Yeah, you're laughing, but like turn 1, 2, 3, I would just come with the ape and then draw. My hand was huge. By the time turn 3 came, play the unison, I'm at 8 life, I'm awakened, and now I'm manipulating everything. You know what I mean? So it's like it's too much of an advantage when it comes to that, if that makes sense.
It is. I agree with you. I always thought Soul Striker should have been gone. My only issue, I don't play. It's annoying as hell to play against Soul Striker. Is I don't think they would ban a card and then try to sell you a binder with a ban card. That's my thing. Like I think that's half the reason too why, for instance, Heartfelt. I mean,
didn't they do that though? Like, well, they've done a couple of things where like not necessarily ban.
I know when they print stuff. I know they've errated it and tried to sell it. I've never seen Bandai like. I've been playing this game since day one. No Bandai has never sold something and it was just banned. The worst they would do was saying, "Hey, it came out this week of you can't play for this tournament." But to straight say, "Hey, buy this," and I have not. I don't remember one product they did that. That's the only. But I do agree with you. I don't think Soul Striker should be a deck. But yeah, it's because there's literally no reason to play any other.
There's not. Like there's literally not.
All your points are 100% valid. I can't knock on your points. The only thing I have on it's not even from your points. It's just the money aspect of it. Of hey, we need to sell these binders. I can see it getting hit right after, like a month after that bandage or the next bandage that comes out after that binder. 100% can see it gone.
But nobody's gonna buy that binder for Soul Striker. Let's be realistic.
No, 100%. They're not. It's all the other stuff to combine with it. But why just hit someone like, hey, I'm gonna spend $100. I want to play with all of these cards. That's just super awkward. Hey, yeah, I still got value from it. But then there's this one card in here. Yeah, it's banned. It's like, oh man, I don't know. What? Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's just I think Soul Striker has to go.
I agree with you. I've been said Soul Striker. It's wild to me because my thing with Soul Striker, the reason why I said it has to go is I kept it with simplicity. This was before, way back when. It's the fact that you could awaken with apes and then just swing. That thing to me is just ignorant. I'm like, bro, what? Like the first time I very started that play, I'm like, this makes no sense at all. Okay, tap 2, swing. Draw 1, untap 2. I'm like, huh? Okay, I guess search format's back again. Draw 2, untap 2. That's the play.
Yeah, I think that another card that this might be a controversial. I guess it's thwarting. Not necessarily. Okay, so hear me out before I even say anything. Not necessarily banned or anything like that. It has to be hit. So in some way. I don't know.
Would it work for you to only black Saiyan leaders, or black?
I mean,
black. Not only black Saiyan, but like if your leader is a black Saiyan. Would
I
that work for you?
mean, not really. Like you're gonna have a lot of black Saiyan leaders in which you're just gonna be able to abuse that. The problem with the card is when you think about it, one energy, what turn one play can you do that's gonna be as strong as that thing? You know what I mean? Like, think about it. If there's anything that you can think of that you could potentially do, turn one literally.
But that's straight. That's only in Gogeta Zeno. Other than like,
there are other decks that you could like. What is it? The
yeah, but you
Gogetas
neck from
for-
hand. You can do it, but you wouldn't. That's a hard neck from hand, B. Like a hard neck. That's
Yeah,
literally-
if it's black and you don't draw, but like
Yeah.
it's a 20.
I mean, you can do it with
right,
Jax,
or
I guess.
something.
You can meld and over them, but like, I don't know. The reason why I think Dording is fine is because it's not fine. Let me rephrase that. It's not fine, but compared to the stuff that other colors can do, that's why I say it's fine. You're right.
Fair
A
enough.
1-drop 25k that has removal, it's super busting. It's super good, but you have to realize that against yellow, that's pretty much done. It's gonna get rested. It's gonna get cleared. Against red, I mean, what else is better than like you have to have authority because you guys have red has what's his face that Goku that says, hey, on my turn it's just gonna be here. I'm gonna swing unless it gets petrification. Like those are gonna go through. Like actual boss monsters. Like I don't think green has one, but no one's playing green besides King Cole. But against the prominent colors right now, like red, yellow. I think black needs something like that because if you take that away, your next best card. I'm not gonna bring up that barrier guy because if you're not playing authority, the next best black card is a 4-drop, which is still gonna get rested. Like it's never gonna swing. You see what I'm saying?
So here's the funny thing. I have 2 comments, and one of them is gonna make you happy in a way. I think.
What's up?
We actually have a local player here who plays Dark Broly. This is why it's gonna make you happy, and that's all he does, quite literally. Like Dark Broly 5 into thwarting, so on and so forth, and all the other stuff aside from the Dark Broly stuff. So obviously, that's pretty good. But the second thing would be, I guess I would be fine just, brainstorming and just saying something random. What if they were to semi-limit it for the first time? The first Dragon Ball card that gets semi-limited, just a 2-off on every deck.
Dang, that card really hurt you, huh, Juan? Hot damn.
Well, when you put it like that, it can warp the skill list for Icarus. So yeah, I have 8 tools.
That thing hurt you. I get.
But I'm just saying though, like
next set, Dark Broly, I can do a turn 1 next set too with Gogeta Zeno because of Poutine. Well, I lied, not turn 1, but I can make it a 1-drop thing on turn 2. But
I guess we'll have to see, man. I don't know.
Damn, it sounds like Gogeta Zeno hurt you on hot. Damn.
Oh, that one.
Who was it?
Well, think about it.
Was it Dylan? Was it Dylan?
Who's it? There you go. Who's in my locals? Everyone
It was
I have
Dylan.
to face against.
But once, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, your turn 1, you're screwed. Yeah, you got assault with 3 to remove it with turtles. That is rough. I mean, you got repose turn. He's just gonna swing through his image here. That is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. We got Dylan over there farming people, making people bro.
Here's the funny thing. Like for the tournament, I cited a bunch of cards for Gogeta Zeno just because just 2 weeks ago I lost to Dylan on the finals here on my locals. And I'm like, man, I can't let this guy beat me again. Like I can't do this.
The smack 1 unison of fear, you're golden, broski.
I had a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
a bunch of stuff. Name it the Kais, the 1-drop Kai, so he can attack with the 1-drops. I have what's the black card that's like?
Bro,
every time
I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out. One, it doesn't work, bro. That Kai, that's a common myth. That I told Legend that same thing. That Kai doesn't work.
I was fine with it. Like I was able to get him afterwards.
No. That Kai, the black Kai that says you can't attack with anything, it doesn't work. Like because the way it's worded, that doesn't affect the players. That affects the cards, and the cards have deflect, so they can swing through. People learn every time I tell people that they're like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Yes, bro. There's cards that affect the player, and this card that affects cards. That Kai affects the cards, and those cards aren't affected because they have deflect."
Wait a minute.
I'm not trolling you.
But it's for it. But
no. I understand. It's an all. I understand. What? If you read that card, that card affects the cards, and it's in the counterplay. It's all the green where it says this.
I've been cheating then.
No, you haven't been cheating because it's not like your opponents can still attack through it. It's not just a lot of players don't know that because in this game it's like Binding Rays says as a player like you just can't do it, but like it's cards affect cards and cards affect that players. That card specifically affects the card, which is weird. I'm like, oh, I only learned that because I was in that judge group, and the judge group is very informative sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I see what you're saying. It's part of the counterplay
Yeah,
itself.
yeah. So technically, I mean, you can stop the catastrophic premonition, but the deflect guy, I have a lot of judge stuff that I'm grateful to be in that judge group that I didn't know. Like for instance, repos. If your card has, like, let's say you're going against King Cole, they can't rest the barrier guy. Anything that has barrier, you can't rest through repos. There's a lot of stuff interactions that I've learned about as a judge. That's something like, this is really cool because when I play now, I just sit back and watch people make. I'm like, you can't do that. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to show you exactly what I mean and just power through. If your card has barrier, you can't rest repos. If you're going against Sin Shinron, they can't rest the 1-star balls if they repost you because the 1-stars are unaffected by your opponent's skills. There's a lot of interactions in this game. I can make a whole video on it that players just don't know. And I'm like, hey, when we play, you'll know then, my friend.
Well, this is great to know because I had no idea.
Nah, you're golden. Let me see what we got. It says binders already sold. Yeah, Pac-Man. If you want to talk about set 16, bro, I don't think there's nothing to talk about set 16. But I mean, Juan, you could correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't the red, what is it, Red Goku, the only thing that's really catching people's eyes from set 16?
I'm not sure actually.
You didn't play that deck yet against that deck?
No.
Oh, that deck
Not
is
really.
nasty, bro. That deck is nasty.
Would you say it's better than the Gohan version of it?
100%. That deck is not, because like the guys you drop have deflected. That deck is ignorant, man. I think for that reason, but it's linear. So if you have a sideboard hash, like, you guys should really know this. If you pick up Mech Cabrera now, you should be good. That deck is literally it's linear. You could just, on turn 4 you're gonna play that Goku, you're gonna sing and look at my hand. But if you Mech Cabrera on your turn 3 going into your turn 4, they now have to wait a turn. It's stuff like that. But that deck is really, really solid, man.
It sounds pretty cool. Robert and I were talking about it, but
would I play it? No.
You know how Robert is.
But like it's one of those decks. It's not like it's a very, very good deck. But I do my best to stay away from decks that my opponent knows exactly what to do this turn and that turn. Like if you try to, I don't know, man, like change it up, you're gonna get smacked. But that deck is very good at what it does. It's very consistent.
Yeah, because lineal decks usually, like, normally, if you just drop like something in the chain, is just like it kind of puts you so far behind.
Exactly.
Name it like even like Red Broly, like with Broly BR, like the moment you
interrupt their chain because they know it's coming, or like for instance, if you know that deck, you know it's linear, you know they have to go to the 6 drop, you just skip your energy, and it's like, well, they can't go off the chain, and stuff like that. Like I stay away from stuff like that, man. I'm like, nope, I am good.
Like I remember back in the day, obviously when it was more popular and stuff. Like they missed the 1-drop for whatever reason, and then you went first, and turn 2 you play Mega Gabor and just cut. The 1-drop.
Oh, they're done.
They're done. So behind.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Because like now you have to combo pieces from your hand. Like, nah, you're done, bro. Like it is a wrap for you. I mean, I don't know. I think that's all I got for today. Cause I'm not trying to keep these long anymore. Just gonna keep them short and to the point. Do you have any tips or tricks you want to give everyone before we go on? Or closing statements, my friend?
I'm just happy that we have tournaments coming through, live tournaments. We're going to be able to see everybody, hang out with everybody. It's always fun, to see you guys out there and, spend some time with everybody and just, enjoy the game in general. I'm happy that the tournament was pretty smooth, this past tournament in Tampa. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Looking forward to Texas and Miami for the fest. And hope to see you all there.
Yeah, I advise everyone to go to both. You will get your money's worth. Those cards,
for sure.
you will get your money's worth. Let me put it like that. Go to both if you can. But 100%, thank you guys for tuning in. Do your best to convince your locals to play best of one. The same play exactly how they printed. Best of one, 5-minute overtime, 1 minute free sideboard. Practice it. You want to be able to do it so consistently, you don't even need the full minute. You probably need 30 seconds. You see the leader, you're so used to it by the time fest comes, 15 seconds goes by, hey, you're ready. You're just waiting for your opponent to go. That's how you want to do it. Practice makes perfection, not perfect. If you practice the wrong way, you'll play the wrong way. If you practice the right way, you'll play the right way. That's why practice makes perfection. Stay safe, guys. Book your trips now. It's going to be very, very fun. Tune in. I think we'll be back on Friday. Wednesdays, I'm gonna try to go to either locals or PPG and just hang out, kick the things with you, or live stream battles. Up to you guys. And Thursdays, I'm gonna stream my locals at it's still with the VSA boys, so you guys can get all your little memes with the gorillas and stuff over there. But other than that, thank you guys for joining, and we will see you next time.